Okay, welcome. What we're going to do here is show you how easy it is to build a template. We're going to start from visiting our website at photobombfun.com, and we're just going to click login. That'll take us to our login page. You'll be assigned a username and password. You log in. The first thing we will need to do is create a campaign. So what we will do from here is give the campaign a name. So we'll name it the Jones Wedding. Select the campaign type, text to screen. Single opt-in is not really important and prevalent for here. Then what we will do is we'll create the thing. We'll give it a keyword. We'll give it a simple keyword, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's enter that in. Let's see if that's available. That is available. We can use any numeric or alphanumeric standard, so you could put Jones if you wanted. Just for make it simple for everybody, I'm doing it. Me and Mrs. Jones would like to thank you for attending our wedding. We can type in and customize this message as we want. Maybe you guys will remember the old song, Me and Mrs. Jones. Thought it'd be kind of funny. Maybe it's just my terrible sense of humor, but either way, we go ahead and we create that. We check that we're going to follow all the regulations. Part of the regulations are anytime they're sending in a message, we have to give them a reply message and telling them how they can opt in, opt out, if they need help, and so on and so forth. So from there, what we're going to do is we're going to go in. We have the keyword set up. We're going to go create a text-to-screen campaign. We're going to call this Jones, and we're going to make it, if you run it on a horizontal, like a big screen TV, you might want to tap it in and make it more of a horizontal layout, make it a little wider. So from there, we set the sides. We're going to go in and we're going to adjust the background color. If you want to use a red, a black, whatever background color you want to use, you just control it through the thing. Click update. What I think we'll do first is we'll make an image. We'll make an image layout. We're going to name it background, so that we know we give the layer a name. We can change the color of it, so we'll just do a nice little pink in here, or pinkish purple, just so it kind of frames it a little. Oops. Let's go back and open that up. Not sure what's happening. Well, let's just delete it. Okay, we'll add a new layer there. We're going to make this image, we're going to make it 1376 by 768. We're going to give it that border color again. We can tweak with whatever colors we want. We can change the width of the border so we can make it a bigger border. Give it a larger border size. We want to add an image. Let's go in here. Let's add an image. I think we got a couple that'll say purple. Let's do a purple. Let's just do purples. I don't really remember what they are, but it doesn't really matter at this point. Okay. We're going to click that. And now we've given it a background. Click done, and it will update. We'll add the second layer, which is a picture wall. And let's go back here to the image wall. Not sure why it's not taking yet, but let's just see. Let's just add the picture wall. We'll continue here. Sometimes it takes a few moments for the image to integrate into the thing. What I like about whenever we build, there we go. Whenever we build a template, we want to build these in Mozilla Firefox because Firefox has a tendency to be able to maneuver the layers better. You can drag them wherever you want to go. Okay, we're going to give this. We'll give it a nice yellow border. Give it a yellow border. We're going to make the background. You can make it any color you want. Sometimes the background looks best in a bright color. Sometimes it looks better, looks better in a darker color. But you can customize it to what you want. Usually, we want the picture wall to be a little bigger. We can control the size of it. So 650 by 400 usually works pretty good. So there we go. Customize. We've made the border bigger, or the picture wall bigger. Now we can click back on the element. Click on the element. There's the picture wall element showing. Now we can drag it wherever we want it to go. So we'll put it right here. I usually like it off-centered a little bit because it just has a tendency to look a little better. We can add some words around it. For example, we'll add a text. Oh, what we want to do, I almost forgot. What we want to do is we want to come in here and animate it. So in order to animate it, when we animate it, this tells the system how to communicate with it. So here's our Jones wedding. If the keyword is 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to add that keyword. Now it's animated, and the system will automatically communicate it. There it is. It'll tell you right down here that it's animated. So then we want to add a text layer to the group. Now we can change every pixel on here, so we'll add. Here's the thing. I really like telling them exactly what to do. Send pics to screen. Now what we want to do is once that's updated, we'll drag it up here to the top. We'll drag it up here to the top. Oops. Let's drag it up. Let's change the size of it because it's really pretty broad, so we want to make it about 700 by at least 50 or 60 so that we can make the font bigger so it's easier to read. So we may want to go right here, change the font to an impact so it's nice and bold. There's 5 fonts built in. So then once that's in, I want to change the color. Let's change it to a nice white so it's easy to read. There we go. Update. Now let's balance it out so it looks good for them. There we go. Then what we want to do is we want to grab we want to put a nice little, we'll put another image layer with like say their anniversary picture. So what we want to do is go in here, grab a picture again. This is no different than building something on Facebook. It's very, very, very simple to do. Let's find let's go, here's a nice little picture we'll put up here. Upload the picture into the system. Click OK. Click on the picture. Picture updates. Now we want to picture it around. Let's give them a nice little border with that picture. We want to increase the size as well. So we want to give a size and width. We'll make it 250. Oops, there it is. We want to make it a little smaller. We want to make it 300 by 300. That should probably do it. The background color here, you can change it if you want. It's not really going to matter too much, but let's give it a nice bright. Let's give it a nice pink background. We can change it, tweak it however we want. There we go. Give it a nice border. There we go. Now it's going to automatically update it for us. As we update it, now we're going to be able to go in here. So it'll cycle through. There we go. Now we can take the picture. We can go back and make any adjustments we need. Let's balance it out a little bit. Let's see. We want to make these. We want to go back and make an adjustment because we can't really read these words here. So what we want to do is we want to change the color on these words so that they're a little more legible. We'll go back in here. We'll edit. Let's make it a little whiter, more of a white instead of a gray. Let's make it a flat white. There we go. We'll update it. And now once we want to reposition it. So we want to position it a little bit here. So then once we're done, click done. Okay. Let's hit the done button. We're going to add another text layer because we got to let the people know where to send it to. So we'll hit here, send your photo to, and we will make it nice and easy for them. It's all set up, ready to go. We want to edit it because we don't want it in. Again, we don't want it in a black, so we can't see it. So we want to change the color. Change the color here. Change the size. We want it nice and big for them to see. So let's give it maybe let's do a 50. We'll have to change this to about a 500. And again, we're going to go here back to about a 60 size. Update it. Oh, we spelled photo wrong, so let's go back in here. We can correct it. Photo. Update. Everything, as you can see, is very easy to maneuver. You want to make sure your spelling is correct, obviously, but other than that, it's all very simple and layered out very well. We'll do that. We'll leave the font a little thinner. So what we'll do is we'll pop that there. We can change the color. We can do whatever we want to it. Once we're done with that, we'll sit here. We'll just save it. Add another text layer. You don't necessarily have to do it this way. You can add it all in one swoop. But I like to make my keyword and my call that the number to send it to and the keyword. I like to make them stand out a little. So we might want to go in. We got to change the size here. Let's go in here, make this back here. We'll do it maybe 250. We could probably get away with 200. And again, make it by 60 or 50, somewhere in there. We want to make the font nice and big so it's easy to read, so that they're not bugging you all night. Say, what are we supposed to do again? Once they do it the first time, second time, it'll be very easy for them. Let's give it a nice bright font. We'll do it in a nice yellow. We can find the color yellow we like. There we go. That's a nice bright colorful yellow. We want to make it bold, so let's go back into the impact, and then we'll have our keyword set up, and then we'll just position it. We'll have our short code set up, and then we'll just position it. Once it loads up, and let's grab it. There we go. There's a little lag in my computer, but that's okay. Okay, hold on, I'm lagging a little. There we go. Okay, now it's telling me, there we go. There we go. Oop. There we go. Then what we're going to do is we'll just click done. And I'm using Wi-Fi, so my signal here is a little weak, so things just have a tendency to lag a little while I'm recording here. But you'll get the idea. There we go. And then what we'll do is we'll add another layer here, and the system will remember past phrases that you've used. So if you use keyword, you start to type in keyword, it'll automatically pull the keyword area up for you. Again, we'll use keyword in a white so that it's it kind of breaks it up, so it kind of shows people what to do, and adds a little color to the system as well. Keyword, we might want to make it about 250 because it's a little bit bigger. We want to make the keyword, we'll go back, we use the size 46 font. So there we go, we'll use keyword. And then let the system do it, get it all set up. And then we'll drag keyword right over. Well, moving a little faster than the system is. Okay, it needs to quit clocking. Once it's finished clocking, it'll drag over. There we go. Now we can drag it in here, pop in the keyword right here. We want to go back. Let's go back and move over. Let's let it quit clocking. Let it reload. And we'll move the 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll balance it out a little better. Oops, I went a little too far. There we go. Then we'll go back in here. We'll move this around. I really like to balance this out as much as possible, just because it's an appearance. It's like their wedding invitation. It really means that much to them. You can make it special. You can change these colors to really match their wedding. Okay, now we just click done there. Now we're going to put in the keyword, and then we'll put in some text underneath here just to congratulate them. And we're done. It's really that simple. We're building this absolutely from scratch. We've already linked the keyword together. So now, regardless of what this says, you wouldn't have to put the keyword in there if you didn't want to. It's going to communicate with this template. In the next video, we're going to download a template, and we're going to show you how to moderate. So in the next video, you'll get basically we're going to give you a little tutorial on that. So here we go. We'll just type in the layer name. I don't always do the layer names, but you can just hit keyword or whatever you want that name to be. Change the color. We went with a yellow. You could make this a red if you wanted it to really stand out more. You can do it really any way you want to do it. I should have changed the size, so I'll go back in and I'll edit the size. We don't need that long of a width in there, so let's do 250. Click on it. We want to give it a little room so it doesn't cut it short. And again, we want to go with a big bold text, so we're going to raise the size of the font to 50. Change the scripting type to impact. That comes out really bold. Hit save. let it clock, let it load up, and I get impatient, but there it is. Click done, add the text in there. One more, because what we want to do is we want to congratulate. Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. Click that. What we'll do is we'll edit it because the color again, and I spelled. Let's see. We'll come right in here. We'll make this about a. Well, let's do like a 44. We'll want to change the size again to about a 50 or 60, just depending on what size font you use, and probably about a 700 will be sufficient. Oops, and it didn't hold for me, so I need to go back in, re-edit. I bumped it. I just bumped the backspace when I should have been let's go here in a nice white. Let's do a nice white text. There we go. And then we'll probably 700 by 60. And update. Let it completely load. And I know I spelled congratulations wrong, so let's go in here. Congratulations. There we go. Click that. And then what we'll do is we'll drop it down here. And we're done. Once we hit our done button, we are set and we are live. We're ready to go. This concludes our little webinar on how to build a template.